Good morning. Good morning. Welcome or welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Wednesday, July the 3rd, and we are here to look at new releases being set into the wild this week. And on Wednesdays, we look at romance books. Every day of the week, we look at a different genre. And today is the day for love. Just quick announcements. I do not have any sprints tonight. I don't do them on Wednesday nights. I will have them tomorrow, and actually starting a little early because of the holiday, and I am off from work. So we'll be starting at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 p.m. Eastern, and we'll go until the same 8 o'clock Mountain Time. Actually, probably 8:30, I think is what we do. 10:30 Eastern Time. So, hope you had a good night. I did, and this is my Friday, which makes me very happy. Okay, first up. Love of My Afterlife by Kirsty Greenwood. This is a Good Morning America book club pick. Who cares? A recently deceased woman meets the one in the afterlife waiting room, scoring a second chance at life and love if she can find him on Earth before 10 days are up. If she isn't dead already, Delphi would be dying of embarrassment. Not only did she just die by choking on a microwavable burger, but now she's standing in her shine like a star nightie in front of the hottest man she's ever seen, and he's smiling at her. As they start to chat, everything else becomes background noise. That is, until someone comes running out of a door yelling something about a huge mistake and sends the dreamy stranger back down to Earth. And here Delphi was thinking her luck might be different in the afterlife. When Delphi is offered a deal in which she can return to Earth and reconnect with the mysterious man, she jumps at the opportunity to find her possible soulmate and a fresh start. But in a city of millions, Delphi is going to have to listen to her heart, learn to ask for help, and perhaps even see the magic in the life she's leaving behind. Next up. Oops, sorry about that. Whoa. Dishonestly Yours by Krista Ritchie. Needs coffee is required. Lots of coffee. Good afternoon, Helen. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Good morning, Mary. Happy Wednesday. And Mary says hi to Helen. Kind of a different take on romance, exactly. So what happens after does she get to continue to live, or what happens? I kind of thought when you go to the party barge, you're dealing with yourself. Anyway, oh, this is actually by Krista and Becca Ritchie, Dishonestly Yours. Starting fresh is the only way Phoebe can escape a life of crime, but her best friend's older brother complicates honest dreams. Phoebe Graves grew up in a family where deception and seduction are as commonplace as breathing. The Graves and her best friend Haley's family have been on the run their whole lives, but after a high-stakes con job goes south, Phoebe and Haley decide to run away and start over. The small Connecticut town they settle in seems too good to be true. The biggest flaw in their plan is Haley's frustratingly handsome brother, Rocky, who insists on coming with them. Living honestly isn't in his DNA, and his past with Phoebe is downright messy. He's everything she wants, but nothing she can have. Phoebe worries that Rocky will tempt them back into their old ways, where lying is second nature. She doesn't want Rocky to mess up the new life she's begun for herself. The longer she stays in town, the more she realizes that what it means to have a reputation and what a normal life with the man she loves could look like. A Claim to the Kingdom. I have a sneeze coming. Excuse me. Like my earrings? Oh, thank you. At least if I can. Okay, hang on a second. Actually, I just found that I had these. I must have bought them in a clearance from like Joann's 3 years ago. And I was looking for a bracelet that I had and found a couple sets of earrings like that I'd never worn. Like, oh, I could wear these now. The Kingdom to Claim by Sean Ann Bessie, Wessex, 878 AD. Aisley's young life was changed forever when her father accompanied King Alfred into battle and lost his life in a deadly skirmish with the Vikings. Now, almost 7 years later, the Vikings are once again rallying on Wessex's borders, and Aisley fears that her older brother may have treacherous plans to betray the king by aligning himself with the invading Norsemen. But when Aisley encounters a handsome nobleman in the market, she feels the first stirrings of hope. Though they met only once when Aisley was little more than a child, she recognizes him immediately as one of King Alfred's most trusted men. It has been years since Breck has seen Aisley, but when he spots her in the marketplace, he finds himself inexplicably drawn to the copper-haired young lady with a gift for healing. Before his fledgling feelings for her can develop into something more, however, a Viking attack tears them apart. King Alfred is forced into hiding, and in a matter of days, the Saxon nation is brought to its knees. Unwilling to forsake their people, the king and his men embark on secret raids of Viking encampments. But when Aisley joins the fight, Breck must reconcile his steadfast loyalty to King Alfred with his growing love for the king's newest warrior. Kind of surprised we don't have a shirt falling off with a woman draped across his chest. Isn't it always fun you run across something great you forgot you even had? Christmas all over again. Absolutely. And I'm sure I got them on clearance because I didn't buy anything else unless they were on clearance. So like $2 maybe. But these are fun. They're very light. I was going to wear my flags all this week, my American flag ones, which really draped really well. Then I found these. I'm like, oh, okay. So I don't know. I might wear these tomorrow during sprints or the flag ones. I don't know yet. Boss Lady by Ali Frank and Asha Humans. Antonia Tony Arroyo's protective mother has outdated notions for her daughter's life. Employ her natural beauty and marry young. But Tony has wholly different aspirations. A promising inventor and budding entrepreneur, she fights to keep her passions alive as a financially strapped mother of twins with a job in airport transportation services that has her going in circles. One treasured frequent passenger is elderly traveler Sylvia Eisenberg, Tony's sage but unofficial advisor and cheerleader. When Tony meets Sylvia's grandson Ash, a striking venture capitalist, luck just might bend her way. With a game-changing new business endeavor in development, Tony hustles an opportunity to pitch her idea on TV's Innovation Nation. Tony's unexpected challenger, her very own recently resurfaced self-aggrandized, not quite ex-husband. As Tony's interrupted past collides with her tenuous future, she is more determined than ever to follow through on her delayed dreams. Tony's been clinging to maybe for so long. It's finally time for absolutely. And I bet she falls in love with that Ash guy. Just Playing House by Farah Heron. Yes, definitely a missed opportunity for some great eye candy. A rising movie star reunites with his high school prom date, now a personal stylist. This has to be a joke. Stylist Marley Kamal has waited years for the chance to be a private shopper for a major celebrity, but finding out that her first big client is the guy she went to prom with and slept with and was promptly ghosted by seems like the universe is mocking her because Nikhil Shamdasani is back, about to rise in a major movie, and is more than drop dead hot than ever at the worst possible time. Marley's only weeks away from an elective double mastectomy and breast reconstruction that's supposed to save her life. But this surgery is going to change things in more ways than she can possibly imagine. For one, Nick is so eager to have her as his stylist, he's offered to stay in her home and take care of her while she recovers. Now Marley is about to learn that as the door to her old life closes, something, or rather someone else, will enter. if she's ready to let him in. That is an interesting take. We've had interesting ones today. Resorting to Romance. That sounds like a beach read by Jennifer Shirk. Do you have any plans this weekend, Mary? For the holiday in the US? And Helen, what does the UK do? Your UK's England's kind of on the other side of this whole holiday thing. It was supposed to be LA attorney Lonnie Wingate's perfect day. Instead, she got only chaos and heartbreak. Her fiance stole her promotion and ended their engagement, leaving her career and her future dangling by a thread. You didn't want him anyway if you did that. Then, when Lonnie tries to go to her safe place, her family's quaint North Carolina resort, she finds it's up for sale. But Lonnie didn't get to where she is without a fight. So if a developer is coming by to assess the property, the place she feels most connected to her long gone mama, well, Lonnie and her sisters will serve up a taste of Southern hospitality he'll never forget. Ian Hollowell hasn't experienced Southern hospitality firsthand, bless his heart, but he's pretty sure that this is not it. Between the storage room accommodation, the all sugar sweet tea, and a lethally hot pepper omelet, he's getting the sense his welcome is anything but. Still, he didn't get his ruthless reputation by quitting when the game gets interesting. And Lonnie is one adversary Ian can't resist, especially when family revelations start pushing Lonnie to question her loyalties. Now a round of keep your enemies close might be flipped on its head, etc., etc., in this book. That sounds kind of fun. And yes, this Debbie Maycomer book is new. I checked. This is not a republishing. Mary says she's going to a friend's house for a picnic dinner and then home to keep the doggos company. Aw. Aya hates the noise and is scared. Bella isn't bothered but senses Aya's concern, so hope Keo does okay. He does. Our previous two dogs, Riker, the shepherd, and Keto, was very afraid of them, and Thunder. We got him at age 3, so we don't know what caused him to be afraid. And the only thing that I found that worked was mutt muffs. They're noise canceling headphones for dogs, shaped for dogs. And then I would be downstairs and playing movies loudly. That was all that worked. I hadn't seen fireworks in 12 years that I had my baby. My other dog at the time saw that Riker was getting attention, so he was saying, "Yes, I'm afraid too, and I need attention too." So, but happily, last year we've only had Keo a year, but we've had some fireworks this week, and he seems to be okay. He's a sleeper. And our subdivision is outside city limits, and we are ground zero for fireworks. We get the big mortars and everything. It's a show. Helen says, 4th doesn't mean anything. I know. It's just another day. Saying that. It is election day to see which party will run the country. Ooh, that will be interesting. Helen, feeling sorry for myself. God, oh, no. Oh, honey. Oh, Helen, I'm so sorry. Sending you lots of healing vibes and wishing you well. Yes. So I will pass along to you what has worked for me, and maybe it'll work for you. I never got the shot and I never got COVID. Early on, I saw a video that says if you take every day quinine in the easiest ways in the form of tonic water, in little cans or bottles, and vitamin D and zinc, it will boost your immunity so much. And I haven't even gotten seriously sick in 4 years. So once you're past that, maybe give that a try. But in the meantime, lots of rest, Lots of rest and fluids. You've not had it before? Well, I'm glad. I'm glad. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. Books and rest. Under the summer sky. Love finds you when you least expect it. Marriage wanted. Weddings were Savannah Charles's business, and she was an expert on marital bliss, but she'd given little thought to her own day of joy until divorce attorney Dash Davenport offered a proposal that would benefit them both. Yes, from beginning to end. Dash claimed he'd never be convinced I do could last forever. Well, when you're in that job. So when he asked Savannah Charles to marry him, it was out of mutual necessity, not love. Yet he never expected to marry Savannah. That's not a reason. The most passionate woman he'd ever tried not to love. First comes marriage. When Zach Thomas merged his business with the Hartman family firm, that was the only Hartman Thomas merger he wanted. But Janine Hartman's grandfather had other ideas, one belonging to a different place, a different time, when marriages were arranged by families. It would be a perfect match, he insisted. You two suit each other. Zach and Janine didn't agree. In fact, they agreed on only one thing, that Gramps was a stubborn, meddling old man. But what if he was right? I'm wondering if this is like two novellas smooshed together, but it doesn't say anything. And on Goodreads, it said this was an original published. So I don't know. And perhaps one does not care. It is a good read, whether or not. The Villain Edit by Laurie Devore. Good villains make good TV. Romance novelist Jacqueline Mathis's big career has gone bust, and she's ditched the bright lights of New York City for her more affordable South Carolina hometown. Desperate, Jack dreams up a comeback plan. She's going to be a contestant on The One, the most obsessively watched reality dating show in the world. After all, Jack is a romance writer. She knows how to pull off a meet cute and create a spicy plot line. On set, Jack quickly establishes herself as a frontrunner for Bachelor Marcus's heart. But she's shocked to discover who's actually pulling the strings. How was she to know that Henry Foster, her last one night stand before the show, was actually a longtime producer on The One? Henry is just as horrified, but they can't seem to keep their hands off each other. As Jack plays the game and the show unfurls, she slowly discovers that she's getting the villain edit. They say there's no such thing as bad publicity, but as Jack's secret plan begins crumbling around her, she's not so sure. What happens if Marcus chooses her? Worse, what happens if her affair with Henry comes to light? What if, in trying to save her career, Jack has ruined her life? That sounds kind of funny. I'm going to check that out further because that sounds kind of funny. What's in a Kiss? By Lauren Kate. This is not how Liv wanted to see Jake Glasswell for the first time in 10 years. Once her high school rival and prom date, prom's the theme, who humiliated her, now a successful TV personality, he's more attractive than he has any right to be. And he's her lift passenger. Since the prom night kiss that never was, Liv's life has not gone to plan. She deferred Juilliard to be with her mom during a crisis, and now she swears she's happy as a recently furloughed drama teacher going on no-strings dates. This weekend, she's maid of honor to her best friend Masha, and of course, Jake is the best man. But when Liv glares into Jake's eyes as Masha says, "I do," the universe turns on its axis, and Liv is suddenly living a version of her life where prom night was the beginning of her and Jake, not the end. And it turns out he's the love of her life. The catch? Her mom and Masha hate her now. What's in a kiss? Maybe everything. Another interesting concept. They're being very clever today. They're not being as fluffy. What's up with that? I mean, they're fluffy, but they're not. Meet Me at the Starlight by Rachel Hauk. 1987, supermodel Harlow Hayes seeks solace in a quaint Florida beach town to heal from a heartbreak that shattered her entire world. To her surprise, she encounters Matt Knight, a Hollywood A-lister with a bad boy reputation, who has returned to his hometown to help his plucky grandmother Tuesday save her century-old skating rink, the Starlight. The Starlight holds a special place in the hearts of the community, once acting as a refuge for Depression era families and bringing the town together with gatherings and celebrations. Tuesday's determination even protected her beloved rink from her husband's shady business dealings. Yet, when the Starlight is threatened with demolition, Tuesday begins to wonder if an era has come to an end. As Matt and Harlow strategize to save the rink, they find themselves on a journey of surprises, self discovery, and the kind of healing that leads to love. And one more today as we run out of time. This one I included, even though it is only 127 pages. It is seventh in a series by Kate Bateman. A Scandal in July. A Summer to Remember. Charming bachelor Rhys Davies has absolutely no intention of falling, isn't that an actor's name? Of falling for anyone with the surname Montgomery. The rivalry between their two families is legendary. After all, and despite all three of his siblings succumbing to the fatal attractions of the enemy, Rhys is convinced he's immune. Until one night when he meets Lenore Montgomery and promptly loses his wits. A week he'll never forget. Lenore Montgomery has wrestled a giant water snake in Brazil, chased a panther with a shoe, and survived an unfortunate shipwreck off the coast of Madagascar, but none of those things has been as difficult as seducing Rhys Davies. The stubborn man's been ignoring her all season, so when she hears they'll both be attending a week-long family party at his country estate, because he has one, of course, she enlists the help of her meddling relatives to prove there's nothing as irresistible as forbidden fruit, especially when it might lead to true love. All right. That is all the love we can take today. Whoa, we are really out of. Whoa. There we go. Now we're in focus. Oh. And Mary said, about time. Most read the same over and over, so nice to have some twists. Exactly. I mean, all in one week, that's fantastic. I'm not complaining. In fact, I'm going to check out that Villain Edit one. And Mary said, happy 4th and well wishes for you, Helen. Yes, lots of water and rest and sleep helps pass the time and actually does help, I think. Oh, indeed. And if, audiobooks, if you're too tired to read maybe, or comfort reads, like Nancy Drew's and Boxcar Children books. So yes, please take care. All right, guys, that is it for today. Again, no sprints tonight. I don't do them on Wednesday. We'll be doing them tomorrow on Independence Day here. Hope you have a couple of days off and enjoy your time. We'll see you later at Rosanna's have an appointment. Okay. Well, I hope you have a good appointment. We will be having sprints tomorrow. They will be longer. Starting earlier. They'll be at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 p.m. Eastern, but going for the same end time. So we'll be there for about 4.5 hours. If you want to pop in, if you need a break from your family, if you just want some company, that either way, I'll be here. And then our next sprints will be on Saturday afternoon per usual at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, 3 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow we will still be having a morning show. We'll be looking at the fantasy and science fiction. So I hope you have a very good day. Please take care of yourselves. Drink lots, stay hydrated, aka, and read good books. And as the banner says here, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom nom. Have a good day and God bless.